Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Tuesday, December the 27th, 2022. Tuesday, December the 27th. And today was a okay show. Okay, nothing really major happened. We have Danny and Phyllis with Daniel at Noah's Club, and they're talking, and they finally get Daniel, they pin him down like something is going on. Tell us what happened with Heather and Lucy. And first he's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. But then they wear him down and he talks about it because Phyllis said, hey, did you talk to Heather and Lucy yesterday on Christmas? So I guess, look, Young and the Restless decided they were not going to truly do a real Christmas day. Like we saw no Abbott get together, none of that. No, we saw Lily crying on a bench, but we didn't see like what led to that. I mean, there was just they skipped over a whole day, I guess, budget, right? And so he goes, no, I didn't get to. And they're like, wait, what? You didn't call your daughter on Christmas? And so then he broke it down, finally broke down and said, okay, that when Phyllis came to visit him, remember when Summer had him call and had asked Phyllis to come out and she left for a while? He says, I hid it all from you because I didn't want you to know. But they were in trouble then. He started his painting, his artist career started fizzing out. And, he wasn't getting work and no inspiration. And at the same time, Heather's career was picking up. And he goes, instead of being supportive, I became jealous, bitter, feeling sorry for myself. He started drinking a lot, and he's like, it just got ugly and bad, and that's why she wanted to take the job away, right? But he's out here now, wanting to start this to prove himself, to work on himself, and to improve himself, work on himself, and get back on solid ground. And then he didn't say, and then I'll reach out. He just says, look, it's me time. And I was thinking, whoa, sound like your mama. Sound like your mama. So anyway, he felt better after confiding in his parents, and he asked Danny to score the video game, to do the music for the video game. And Danny said, you can't afford me. And so Phyllis goes, you better do it, and you better not charge him. You better not charge our son. And he goes, of course I'll do it. So then he goes, okay, Mom, now I've waited a couple of days now, and I need to know, are you in or out? See, I didn't know Phyllis had not given him an answer, but she hadn't. And she goes, and she was honest. She goes, I was really holding out hope that Summer would ask me back to Marquette. I put in a lot of work there, and he goes, Mom, why would you want to go back in that environment? And then she talked about, Diane, and she just ruined it. Diane is just blah, blah, blah. And they're going on and they're both looking at her. And he goes, again, Mom, why would you want to go back to that? And so she just looked at him and she realized, you know what? Like, why would I want to go back to that? So she said, you know what? Yes, Daniel, I will be a part of this. I will be a part of your team. So Daniel was happy. And then Lily walks up and she goes, Danny Romalotti, and oh my goodness. And she said, so good to see you. It's a family. You guys are together as a family. And so Daniel says, yes, guess who's going to be writing the score for my video? My father. Oh, she goes, oh my God, that's going to be such a win for Chancellor Winters, right? And so then he goes, and then my mom has decided to join the team. And Lily's just like, oh, she didn't say nothing negative, but it wasn't welcome, Phyllis. Oh my goodness. She just kind of like glossed over that, like, uh-oh, could be trouble, could be some trouble, And so that Phyllis and Danny were leaving. And actually, when they went to the side, they were talking about, how the man Daniel has grown up to, and he goes, she said a large part of that was you. And then he goes, yeah, but then you took over raising them. A large part of that was you too. And he goes, Phyllis, I never should have taken him away for so long when he was a baby. I mean, when he was young, I should not have kept him that long. And so she goes, thank you for saying that to me. And Lily sits down and she asks Daniel, she says, are you sure you want to bring Phyllis into this? And Daniel looked at Lily and he's like, yes, I'm sure. And she's going to be perfect for the job. Excuse me. Ooh, and she's going to be perfect for the job. And so Lily's like, well, you know what? I'm getting ready to have a little coughing fit here. I will push pause for 1 minute. She said, it is your division and you can hire whomever you want. You're in full control of that. He's like, well, thank you. Thank you. So he's happy. And Lily's just sitting there talking to him. And then we have, let's see, who do we have next? We have Lily. She goes to see Devon and they're talking and she sees Dominic and they talked a little bit about, he said, you'll never guess who I spent part of Christmas Day with. And she's like, it was Nate. And so she's like, well, I wouldn't have thought that. And so they talked a bit. And then she brought up again, he goes, okay, so tell me what's going on with work. And she says, well, Jill still wants to go through with the IPO. And Devon is like, why? And she goes, Devon, we've talked about this. You know why. Jill wants to do it. And Jill is determined. Devon's like, we just evaded trouble. No, it's too soon. And she goes, Devon, and he's like, no. So my whole thing is, Devon needs to talk to Jill. Seriously, forget all this going through Lily and what she goes, and you know what Jill wants. And he's like, no. And I'm like, Devon needs to put his foot down and say, then I need to buy my company out. You want to do that? Then I need to pull out Hamilton Winters, because I don't want to do it. He doesn't need the merger. He never did need the merger. So therefore, pull out on the company. Seriously. I would. So we'll see. I mean, we're still talking that crap, but I guess that's how they're justifying Audra still being there, right? Because Tucker still has designs, but come on, Tucker. How could you make that a reality? Because your son would disown you. If you even thought, I did it for you, son. No, Devon would disown him. So they had that conversation. And Victor and Adam were talking as society. Victor being Victor, son, Christmas is great, blah, blah, blah. But Chelsea looked a bit timid. And Adam says, yeah, she's actually had a rough time and she's getting better. And then Victor had the nerve to say, no, I feel that Connor needs to spend more time at the ranch. I don't feel he should be spending that much time with Chelsea. And I thought, mind your own house, Newman. Mind your own house. And Adam says, no, Connor is happy being close to his mother, and she's happy with him. No, they need each other. No, nope. Connor will be right there where he's at. And Adam's like, but I'm just saying, the boy would do my, go, no, Connor's fine. And he goes, and another reason is that means you'd be around the ranch more with your family. And I was like, oh, I'm surprised you want me to be around more. And he goes, well, of course I do. And then he goes, you need to quit that job at Jabot and come back and work for me at Newman. He says, oh, really? You mean work for Victoria at Newman, Dad? That's what I would be doing, working for Victoria. He says, no, thank you. Not at all. That's not a move for me. So I'm happy he's still standing his ground. And then we have Chelsea. Chelsea is in her apartment, bored, fluffing stuff up, walking around. So then she picks up her phone. Hey, hi, Billy, it's Chelsea. You want to get together? Okay, great. So, of course, whatever Billy was doing, he dropped everything. He's probably already in the parking lot of Crimson Light, thinking Chelsea's gonna need me in a hot second, right? So they're sitting at their booth at Crimson Lights, and he's asking her what happened at Christmas and who did what, and well, how did it go? And she was giving him a rundown. Victor's, she could tell Victor still doesn't approve of her, but he didn't say anything to her. He didn't, he was not rude to her. He just pretty much, she goes, but just the prying eyes of Victor Newman. And Adam, Billy's like, Victor doesn't like anybody but Victor. And she goes, but no, Adam was pretty much by my side the entire time, making sure I was okay, making sure. And he goes, well, good. I'm happy at least Adam, was there for you and took care of you. And see, I'm like, you always got to throw in a little dig. And she goes, no, he wasn't. He goes, no, I'm saying I'm happy. I'm happy Adam was, and whatever she said. She goes, you two are on the same page. He goes, don't tell anybody. And I'm like, because they're not on the same page. That's why you shouldn't tell anybody. So they're sitting there, and Billy goes, so what do you want to do today? See, she goes, I don't know. So they're thinking on planning on, see, it's all about them, right? Because one thing that the yesterday's episode did leave off on, and this is why Lily's she's alone New Year's Day. Well, I think it was really New Year's Eve. They kind of skipped New Year's Day, I think. The New Year's Day dealt with Kyle and the Abbotts, but New Year's Eve, we had him spending New Year's Eve at Chelsea's. And then it showed him leaving Connor sleep on the couch. He had nothing better to do, and Lily's alone in the park crying. So she wait, so Billy is just we're gonna plan with Chelsea. My whole day revolves around what Chelsea has planned, or what I'm gonna plan with Chelsea. So that's where they left them. And then I think that is pretty. Oh, we have Abby jogging in the park. And she turns a corner. She's just taking her headphones out, and she looks, and there's Chance looking at it like, there goes the cheating skank. And so she looks, and she goes, oh, hi, Chance. And he says, Abby. And she goes, oh, I want you to know that I got the divorce papers this morning. And he goes, oh, I told them to make sure the divorce papers were delivered after the holidays. I'm sorry. And she goes, well, thank you for being concerned, or considerate, or trying to be considerate. And then he goes, so how did your Christmas go? And she says, oh, we spent the morning at the Abbotts with my mom and Aunt Tracy and Uncle Jack. And then we spent the afternoon at the whole Newman clan. All my siblings were there for a change. We actually had a good time. And then she goes, so it's good. It was good. He goes, yeah, but you're failing to leave one stop off, I'm sure. And she looked at him and she goes, well, yeah, I took Dom to see Devon. Yeah, I did. And he goes, and she's thinking like, for one, I wasn't going to say it, and there's no need to bring it up. You knew I did, and he was saying it with attitude, like, shut up, Chance, right? So then he goes, oh, by the way, I was thinking I wanted to drop by and spend some time with Dom today, if that's okay. And she goes, oh, Dom's not home. He spent the night at Devon's house. And so Chance says, well, that's fine, like I could see him there. And she goes, really? And he goes, yeah, we might as well. We got to practice being civil around each other. And I'm thinking, you're not even handling it well right now. How are you going to handle it well at the place that you walked in and saw Devon and Abby having sex on the couch? How's that going to play out? You're going to walk through that door, and immediately that's going to replay in your head. Okay, Chance. So she calls Devon, and she says, Devon, Chance wants to come by and see Dom, if that's okay with you. And so Devon is like, well, okay. I can have the nanny get him dressed, have him ready. I'll go run some errands, and you guys could have the place to yourself. She goes, well, Chance is saying that, you know, we there's no need for you to leave. We all need to learn to be in the same room. And Devon is like, and I agree with that, but just not today. I've got a lot going on. This is not a good day for me. But please feel free to come on over. So she says, okay. So she tells Chance, yes, we can go over. So and then it shows them outside Devon's door, Chance with a little attitude on his face, and Abby is just standing there like, and so he goes, yeah, I thought I could handle it here, but I was wrong. It's too soon. And I'm thinking, she goes, I'm sorry, I guess it was too soon for me to bring you here. And he goes, I thought I could handle it, but I can't. And I'm thinking, no, Abby, why are you saying you're sorry? He was the one who insisted that he come over there. You didn't invite him over to Devon's. Chance invited himself. And I'm like, don't be pulled around like that, Abby. He knew he couldn't handle it. So he's going to take Dom for a walk, right? And he told her, I'll call you when we're on our way back. And so the elevator comes and Devon is stepping off as Chance is trying to get in. And Chance is walking by him, just looking at him like, you wife stealing cheater, you. And Devon's looking at him as he walks right by him, not, you know, like antagonize him. He's just looking at him like, Chance, you know, and he walks by. Chance gets on the elevator and it closes, and Abby's standing there. And so, of course, Devon has to, oh, they have to hug each other. No, you both caused this on yourself, both of you, period. So I don't want to hear my husband filed for divorce and he's still mad. You know what? It only happened, what, a month ago? Yeah, he's still mad. Absolutely. But he should have still known he's still mad and not saying, let's go over there. It's fine. I can handle it. No, you couldn't. Couldn't even handle it. Chance. So let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. Libby says, I can't believe how much I'm crushing on Tucker, considering I thought he was such a nudge when he first showed up. He's a doll. I just love his personality. It's just infectious. That smile of Trevor St. John's. I guess, she goes, I guess he had to make the carrots huge to compare to those big size pancakes that Chelsea served the other morning. That was funny. The show has weird food, LOL. And then she says, and I can't believe checking out the salad looking for the dang carrots. I drive my partner nuts by noticing silly background things like that too. Thanks for a laugh. And then Daily Recap Lady fans, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Libby, because I forget to say it all the time. Thank you so much. And then Needles comes in and she says, I love the actor who plays Tucker, Trevor St. John, but I'm not a real big fan of the character itself. Yeah, because really what he's after is a very unrealistic goal. Come on now. So you scored a prediction, LOL. You know, one would have you know what, it would have been a great triangle: Billy, Chelsea, and Adam. That would have been interesting. Look, still might be, and I don't think it'll be a triangle, but it's going to be a sorts of a triangle because Billy is not going to want Adam to be a father figure to Connor. He's not going to like that. No. But guess what? How much is Adam? I mean, no. Adam is not going to like Billy to be a father figure for Connor. But in retrospect, when Johnny spends more time, Billy is not going to really like Adam having any dealings with Johnny. He let him go to dinner that one time because he felt that, oh, Chelsea, that would do Chelsea so much good. Chelsea. But when it all comes down to it, Adam can't stand Billy and he doesn't want Billy around anybody that he knows and loves. And then it says, that would have been lots of layers. Yes, that triangle. LOL, I think Victoria will be the next person looking for a new second in command. Oh, really, Nick? I think Nick is at his last end of them interfering in his personal life. Yeah, Nick doesn't like that. LOL. But yeah, everybody was thrilled when Victoria was dating and married Ashlyn. I guess they're a bit backwards. LOL. Does anyone have predictions for 2023? My predictions for 2022 came through. Hi. Hi says my throat is still kind of messed up. Hi says that Abby and Chance, oh, I said that Abby and Chance would not make it the whole year. You were right. And then Dito says, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. What are you waiting for? This is a great channel. Yes, it is a great channel. And when I think about predictions, here's my predictions for 2023. Jack and Diane will be in bed together before January is out. Jack is going to think he's fallen in love with Diane. Jack's going to ask Diane to marry him. And something really ugly, ugly from her past is going to show up and smack her right in her face on her wedding day. And hopefully it's something that Phyllis finds out and shows up while they're at the altar and spills the beans. But when it ultimately comes out about Diane, it's going to crush Kyle and it's going to crush Jack. I honestly do not see Diane making it through the summer. I don't see it. I think something's going to happen. Abby and Devon, I think, are going to be together by default because they have a child together. Part of me says Abby's going to end up pregnant again. We shall see. One thing about Abby, she can't control Devon, but we'll see. They could be a match. I don't know. I don't know if Abby and Devon could be a match, but they could be. They both have money, so she wouldn't be trying to get that from him, and he's not trying to get that from her, even though Chance wasn't either. Chance wasn't trying to get any money from Abby. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. As far as Chelsea and Billy, I do not see them together long at all. At all. If they do get together, because I forget who wrote that in the comments, that the trauma that they went through has kind of put them together, but ultimately they won't be. Because ultimately, how long can Billy not really have a purpose? Right now, he does not have a true purpose. And once Chelsea goes back to work, is Billy going to sit on the couch? What's he going to do? So we shall see. We shall see with that. I can't tell you about the whole IPO. I don't have predictions on that because it's like they kind of go forward, but they pull back. They're letting that drag on too long. So anyway, and I do believe Mariah and Tessa will end up with a baby. I thought it would be Noah's and Audra's, but she's not looking like she has one. And guess what? At this point, now that I know she and Tucker will sleep together, if she were pregnant, it was his. It was not Noah's baby whatsoever. So anyway, that's all I have. I would love to see your written predictions. Give me some comments in comment corners. And this is the last Tuesday of 2022. I will be back tomorrow. Trying to end this video here. Come on now, comments. Here we go.